In this video, I explain what Scope 3 emissions are. Emissions from the Scope 3 activities, what we will look at together, they constitute the Scope 3 carbon footprint. Hello and welcome to the channel. I hope you will benefit from this video. Let us begin. We all are familiar with this diagram from the GHG protocol. The GHG protocol, it classifies the emissions into three scopes. Scope 1 are the direct emissions from the owned or the controlled. Scope 2 are the indirect emissions from generation of the purchased energy. This includes electricity, heating, cooling, etc. And Scope 3 are all indirect emissions which are not included in Scope 2. Now let us say there is a company which manufactures clothes. Now any process, as you know, always has inputs and output. Now this company requires raw material in order to produce the clothes. The supplier has to transport this raw material. Other things involved are the office equipment, the machinery, etc. These are what we call the inputs to the process. Similarly, after the clothes are manufactured, it involves packaging, transportation and shipping to the retailers. Also the end users, they wash and dry the clothes, so there are emissions involved in that process as well. Now all the emissions here, they are not caused directly by this company but by its value chain. So that is called Scope 3. What this means is businesses, they are interrelated. Scope 1 and 2 emissions for company A, it becomes Scope 3 emissions for company B. Now the GHG protocol, it divides the Scope 3 emissions into two groups and 15 categories. The two groups are upstream and downstream emissions. So there are 8 categories under upstream and 7 under downstream. This table displays the business's upstream and downstream activities and the 15 categories of the Scope 3 emissions. Now the upstream emissions, they come from the production of your products and services, whereas the downstream emissions, they come from the use and or disposal of these goods and services. Purchased goods and services, so these are the emissions which are related to the purchased or acquired goods and services. If you consider business travel, now there are employees who travel for business work, right? So in that case, there is air or train travel involved, there is hotel stay, then there are restaurant meals with that expenses involved. Also there is rental car which they will use there, or some other public transport what they will use. So all the expenses related to this business travel are included, are covered under the business travel category. Also the employee commuting. Say you go to work all the 5 days of the week, or if it is hybrid, you travel twice or thrice a week, you use the public transport, you use your own car to travel. So all these emissions are not directly produced by the company, but they are produced by the value chain, right? And this upstream, it forms like the input to the process. And the downstream emissions, then you have use of say sold products, you have your processing of the sold products, and also the end of life treatment of the sold products. Now there are many resources available online which detail out this. I suggest you go through them to enhance your understanding of this topic. I hope this video has provided a clear overview of Scope 3 emissions. Stay tuned for the next video where we will explore how Scope 3 data is accounted for in Net Zero Cloud. If you found this of help, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest content. Thank you for watching.